Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Taurus for the month of April 2022. I hope all my Taurus friends are doing well. We are about to head into April, and all the astrologers that I have been listening to as of late are saying that this is going to be the month for Tauruses, that things are going to improve drastically, that you have been waiting for this month. Many astrologers believe that actually in June is when things will really kind of take off. But April, expect really amazing changes, very much for the better, dear Taurus. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Taurus. In the past position, we do have the Hermit, clarified by the Three of Cups. In the challenging position, we have the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Three of Wands. In the present position, we've got the Empress, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And in the future outcome position, we have the two Kings. We have the King of Wands and we have the King of Swords. So let's get right into this spread. In the past position, we do have the Hermit. So clearly, you felt alone. You were searching for the truth. You were reevaluating something in your life, something that has to do with, people, with a perhaps a group of friends, with perhaps family. Family can also be a group of people, right? Community-based is what the Three of Cups is all about. But the Hermit tells me you were searching for something. Maybe you were looking on the inside, kind of seeking that inner wisdom, soul searching, to find the truth regarding how you truly feel about a community, friendship, or when it comes to happiness within a certain group of people. And you have created some, evaluations. And this is why we've got the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups is all about walking away. But when it appears in the challenging position, generally, a lot of tarot readers interpret that as feeling a little bit guilty or disappointed. Sometimes we receive the Eight of Cups in a challenging position when we walk away from something and then kind of have regrets about it, because we're not feeling that great. Abandoning, dreams can be a little bit difficult emotionally speaking. So that's definitely something to be aware of. But it is important to remember that the Eight of Cups is a minor arcana card, and so while it will have a little bit of an effect, it's not going to last more than 2 weeks. However, the Eight of Cups is an important sign from the divine, because you don't want to, make it a habit to walk away from, building a friendship or from, working with a group of people. You want to make sure you put in enough effort, and you want to make sure to put in enough energy and time to kind of, have the situation so that the situation can actually work out. You don't want to try so hard that there's resistance, but you do want to put in enough effort to make sure that you can say you've done, everything you can. Three of Wands is in the clarifying position here, and it sometimes suggests that there may be some delays in the month of April. There may be some lack of progress that you would like to see, that is not kind of moving forward, where things are just not as coming in. We see this person standing on high ground looking out at the bay, and he's looking at these ships coming in, and the ships oftentimes represent opportunities. And so there may be a little bit of of a delay. The opportunities are there, and they are coming, and they are going to be absolutely wonderful, but they may not be as happening like as quickly as you would like it, to see it happen. So definitely you want to kind of evaluate the energy that you're feeling in the month of April, the vibration, because you do want to maintain high vibrational energy. You want to meditate. You want to make sure you check in with yourself. You want to make sure you drink plenty of water. You also want to make sure to exercise, because exercising creates wonderful vibration really quickly. It helps you feel much better and think much more clearly as well, so that you're not really kind of lost in the maze of regret or self-doubt, because regret, self-doubt, fear, all those types of emotions are low vibrational, and generally they are created to confuse you. They're created to distract you from your really authentic purpose, if you will. So it's important to remember to acknowledge when you're feeling emotions of self-doubt, acknowledge when you're feeling emotions of fear, and work through that, because they're there to kind of distract you from your true path, if you will. The good thing is that in the present position we have the Empress, and it's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. You are very much working on something home related. Some of you may be getting pregnant, some of you may be creating a project or a new business. Some of you may be starting something new in a sense where you are very much creating something, right? Where you are kind of in charge of it, where you are the main person who's responsible. Remember, the Empress has a lot of power. She is the kind of wife of the Emperor, and so she's someone who is has high standards. She's someone who understands structure. She's someone who understands what it takes to be at the top. And so you definitely have leveled up, but the divine here is saying you want to use your soft power, right? You don't want to be like the Emperor, who's very, like brute force, if you will. The Empress is very much someone who is very charming, who is very loving, compassionate. She's someone who understands that power can be soft and persuasive, right? Don't tell someone sort of something, but influence, right? Exert a little bit of charm in order to get, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. The Eight of Pentacles definitely tells me you're going to be working hard. The Eight of Pentacles is all about routine and investment, so spending time, energy on something that you really want to see kind of become successful, and I think that it will be successful. You are all about productivity and growth in the month of April, even though you do have the Three of Wands in the challenging position, which kind of indicates a little bit of delay. That delay is not going to stop you from achieving your goals in the month of April, because the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles is all about having high standards. It's all about paying attention, being diligent, being vigilant, being careful, being, really focused on abundance and satisfaction and achieving your goals, especially when they are home related. And you will, having Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in a present position is a very good sign. It tells me that you're going to have the money to pay your bills. You're going to be well compensated. You're going to have an ability to set some money aside. The fruits of your labor are coming in, but you do have to be careful. Again, you have to be very careful with how you spend your money, how you invest your money. You have to be, very vigilant and think of the future ahead, right? I like that in the future position you have the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Kings are better than knights. They're better than queens. They're better than pages because they're at the top. You know, this is royalty. The kings and queens of tarot are royalty, and they are someone who are, you know, accustomed to leadership positions. They're someone who have accomplished a lot, you know. And the King of Wands tells me that you're going to be focused on pursuing your passion with rationale, with logic, with structure, with being very orderly and organized. Having two kings is good because you're going to receive some sound advice in the month of April. You're going to receive some really strong support. And here, the most important thing is to follow your heart, right? Because passion is all about your heart. So make sure that you kind of shut off your thoughts, you know. We worry too much. We do. We live in a world where we are so very distracted from our hearts. At some point, you know, I actually got so worried with my move. I got so worked up and so freaked out and so nervous. I mean, I was crying. I was upset. It was just scary, you know. And at some point, I just kind of started looking at a flame, just staring at a candle, because that is actually an ancient technique on kind of awakening your heart, if you will, you know, awakening your passion and letting the worry die down a little bit. There's many different meditation techniques as well that I kind of use, and it helps me stay focused and accomplish the goals that I've set for myself. But the most important thing to remember is that your heart is a very strong, powerful organ. It's the most important organ in your body, more important than your brain. And if you develop it enough, you know, it will have eyes and it will show you where you need to go. Your heart has extremely strong energy. It has extremely strong vibration, and other people can pick up on that vibration as well. And so it's very, very important to follow your heart, as the King of Wands is letting us know. And sometimes that involves taking risk. You know, sometimes it's important to take calculated risk. Not everything in life is guaranteed. And sometimes, you know, that's what life is all about. That's when you learn, you know, how strong you are and how innovative you are, how much you can be flexible, if you will. You're definitely functioning on a different level, a higher level, dear Taurus. You have leveled up, and you may not even realize that. But I think you will soon see the fruits of your labor, dear Taurus. You have these two kings that are very powerful. The King of Swords brings structure and truth and the ability to kind of see several moves ahead. He brings that discipline that's very much needed. You can't accomplish anything without discipline. And the discipline begins with your mind, the discipline of thoughts, right? Because everybody's going to say, no, 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 you're going the wrong way, you're doing the wrong thing. But if you know in your heart what it is that you want to achieve, and you apply discipline, you will achieve it. And the King of Wands helps with leadership. So you are becoming a leader. Your leadership skills are developing, you know, and leadership comes in many different forms. You know, it's not all about sort of standing, you know, in a I don't know, on a stage with, you know, being surrounded by people. Leadership can be also very powerful, but very soft as well, where people just kind of seek your opinion and pay attention to what you do and how you take charge of situations and then apply it to their own situations as well. But you're definitely leveling up. There are, you know, a lot of things that will be coming your way, but with the King of Wands and the King of Swords, you have this impenetrable force. You will overcome any challenge. You will overcome any problem because you have these two really powerful cards at your disposal. But let's see what we can clarify with the Shaman's Dream Oracle cards. And we've got whale song resonating and gathering around the power of community. Look at these little mushrooms. They look absolutely cute. I just love it. The whale song is all about remembering. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu that you've visited this place or had these feelings or saw this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined, like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, yet you have a short time to capture the essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially very transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this time, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, to be curious, and to take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, so answer it. And of course, gathering around is all about the power of community. There are times when you need positive reinforcement from others. Perhaps your journey has made you tired just before reaching the proverbial finish line where your friends await to cheer your arrival. Know this, you're not alone, regardless of whether you think you are. People gather around to help with your next step as you bring it forth from the cosmos into the beauty of life. There has never been another you before, and you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, communities, and all those who gather to help you in the unseen realms. Now's the time to allow assistance from others. Ask for it and trust that you will receive it. You are safe and secure right now in this moment, truly supported in your beautiful, amazing, complicated life. You are heard by angels, witnessed by the divine, and loved, yes, loved now and always by life itself. Whatever your query, you will find the help you need to achieve what you desire, and you will not have done this alone. Count on it. Very emotional card for me. As you know, I'm also a Taurus. And it's very important to hear and to know that people will gather around to help with the next step, that you are supported, that you are appreciated, and that you are kind of noticed as well, because sometimes it sure doesn't feel that way. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please check me out on Instagram. I post, I think, very important messages that people need to be reminded by. And also, always feel free to write me on Instagram. It's for me, much better platform to respond. And if you want to talk about something that's happening in your life, I am someone who can provide an ear and a little bit of advice if needed. So definitely check me out on Instagram. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much.